more shots to knock us down. All right, and on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap, and we're going to get up, and then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing. All right, that's going to be the mentality.
I literally cannot take it. Enough. No, I'm sorry. I'll just speak for myself and say that was too much. Let's play a little drawing a blank. That was new lines coach Dan Campbell, the head coach, talking kneecaps upon going down. Coming up, more kneecaps. Brandon, new lines head coach Dan Campbell's press conference was blank.
Jenna, you're wrong. You're talking about it's too much. It's not too much. It's one kneecap too much. Like, he lost me after that. Like, he could have been fine when he said, yeah, you on the way back up, one kneecap. We would have all been sitting here like, it's a little awkward, little weird, but we kind of get it, right? It's Detroit. You know, who wants to talk about X's and O's? I think he's right, but then he just kept going on and on and on. It's unbelievable. Nick, you know I played for a bunch of teams, and I'm embarrassed to say this, but I had Dan Campbell twice as a coach. I like him, but this right here is embarrassing for me, buddy. I don't know if I can claim Dan Campbell right now, Nick.
Yeah, listen, Dan the Man Campbell gave a press conference like we would have expected Dan the Man Campbell to, if you remember his tenure in Miami. But it was actually cliche, because you know what I'm sick of? Every coach in the NFL who gets hired for any city other than basically Miami, Los Angeles, or San Francisco, you know what they say? We're going to take on the personality of this city. It's a hard-nosed, blue-collar. Zip it! Stop it! I'm so sick of these guys being like, we're from a hard-nosed, blue-collar, physical city, so we're going to play hard-nosed, blue-collar, physical football. When Brian Flores got to Miami, was he like, you know what? Miami, a lot of fun, a lot of sun. We're not hitting anybody. We're going to sling it around the field. We're going to care about how our jerseys look, because that's the personality of the city. Guys, I'm from a hard-nosed Midwestern town. You know what Andy Reid didn't say, because he's smart when he got to Kansas City? We're going to punch you in the mouth. And then when a tooth comes out, we're going to put it back in your mouth and punch you again. Because that's what we do in Kansas City. Stop it. It's so stupid. It's so dumb.
Punch him in the mouth. Take the tooth out. Put it back in.
You are
punch it
100% right. You're the other one. It's like, oh, Pittsburgh Steelers, home of biotech hubs. It's like, we're going to play like biotech. Okay. My answer was worrisome. Here's why. I'll give you a little quick story. Anthony Bourdain, rest in peace, wrote a great book, Kitchen Confidential. He said, hey, when you go to a restaurant and you go to the bathroom and the bathroom is a mess, the restaurant management knows that customers go to the bathroom. And if they can't keep that right, that all the customers see, who knows what's going on in the back freezer when they got to do the inventory for, you know, octopus or whatever it is. So Dan Campbell, if you want to give that speech to the players, and maybe they'll be like, oh, okay, we're eating kneecaps. Do I take my mouthpiece in or out? That's fine. But this is you're the leader of a $1 billion organization. There's a full-on PR team here that you didn't run anything by. And God bless you if you did. If they're like, okay, kneecaps? Yeah, you're going to eat
what if you did?
Kneecaps? That's good. It just shows an overall lack of preparation if that's what you're leading with, just like a dirty bathroom in a great restaurant. I told Nick to let me know when the over-unders come out on Fox Bet. I'm going to bet it all on the under for the Lions.
Do you wonder if Dan walked away and goes, nailed it? Like, I wonder if he thought that he really got it right.
What are you doing?
On to Kansas City now. It looks like Patrick Mahomes will be good to go for Sunday. Took the majority of snaps again at practice yesterday. But Brandon, the player that you're most excited to watch on Sunday is blank.
Yeah, Tom Brady. Can't wait to watch his wizardry just on full display. Like, this is a guy that came here to win. But he's also done it in so many different ways, whether on the ground, with his guys in the backfield, throwing the ball over the field, his defense. I think this game is going to be a slow game. I think they're going to lean on the run. But then it comes down to situational football, and that's what I'm excited to watch. And I think this is where he'll be the difference maker. I want to see him before the end of the half go down and put up some points. maybe get a field goal, maybe get a touchdown. I want to see him in a 2-minute offense where, you know, he needs to put the Packers away or he needs to go down there and score. I think that's where he thrives. Let's watch Tom Brady on third down, third and long, third and short. What are they doing? How is he getting to his check down? I'm excited to watch Tom Brady in situational football because this is why you brought him here. And if he does a phenomenal job in those moments, they'll be on their way to a Super Bowl.
Brandon, I'm going to take a page out of your book and talk receivers. I'm going to take a page out of Wild's book and talk tomorrow's headlines today. I'm the most excited to watch Davante Adams. Because if Davante Adams has a big game and the Packers win, get ready for a week of Super Bowl stories. Davante Adams, the best player in the NFL no one talks about. Davante Adams, is he actually the best receiver in football? Did you know Davante Adams led the NFL in touchdown passes? Did you know that the Rodgers-Adams quarterback-wide receiver combo on a per-game basis is as deadly as Montana-Rice on a per-game basis? One game away from Davante Adams becoming a household name, not just for football fans, but for everyone. He will be one of the lead storylines for Super Bowl week if he has a big game Sunday. So that's who I'm excited to watch, Wilds.
That's great. I'm going to go for the Gronkaneers. We've heard a lot about the Tampa Bay Gronkaneers, but recently it's been more Tampa Bay and less Gronkaneers. Gronk played every game this year. He's healthy. I'm rooting for him, obviously, as a Patriots fan. And here's why I'm rooting for him to go to the Super Bowl. One Super Bowl, he was hurt, and then he missed the Falcons Super Bowl. Still gets the ring, but he missed the Falcons Super Bowl. With a win this weekend, get to another Super Bowl, and he's very excited no matter what conference he's in. Take a listen.
What up, baby? Here with the star of the game, baby. Woo!
Robbie G. Robbie G.
AFC, NFC, we're in the FC. Yeah, we're good. Let's move on and talk some Josh Allen. So Gronk. Nick ranked him as the player with the most to gain from winning Super Bowl 55. But Brandon, the player with the most to prove on Sunday, in your opinion, is blank.
Not player, but players. The Packers offensive line. Will you do your job this time around? Like, how do you go into the last game being one of the best pass pro offensive lines out there, and then you let your guy get hit 11 times? He's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever do it, and you let him get smacked around 11 times, sacked 4 times? No, you can't do that. So I'm excited to watch those guys and how they... This is all about pride, this one.
It's a great answer, Brandon. I'm going to go with another underdog story, another guy that is clearly the inferior player in his matchup, the guy who's not an MVP candidate, the guy who's coming off an injury. Patrick Mahomes. Can he slay the dragon that is Josh Allen in this unstoppable Bills offense? Kevin Wildes made a really interesting point yesterday. The Chiefs offense, the worst offense statistically of the 4 teams remaining. So Patrick Mahomes, hopefully he's not going to be what holds the Chiefs back, but he's got to prove it to us because 14-2 and 25-1 in his last 26 starts, not doing it for America these days. Not when you have the new hotness of Josh Allen. So Wildes, I think he's got the most to prove. Is Patrick Mahomes still good? We'll find out on Sunday.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, I'm going to take a page. This happens in hip-hop a little bit, where someone tries to create a beef out of nothing. Like, oh, is there a J. Cole, Jay-Z rivalry? Is there beef there? I'm like, no. Why are you tweeting that? So here it is. Kelsey versus Stephon Diggs. Remember, Nick, Kelsey was going to be the first tight end to lead the league in receiving yards, but Stephon Diggs like, nope, while you're sitting down, I'm going to be the winner. So I think Travis Kelsey has a lot to prove. Does he think so? I don't know, but maybe after seeing this graphic, he's like, yeah, you're right, Wild. I do have a lot to prove.
I like it. I like it.
Antonio Brown is a game-time decision with the knee injury that's kept him out of practice this week. It could be Miller time if he can't go, but Brandon, the under-the-radar player who will make headlines come Sunday is blank.
Yep, big matchup this Sunday versus the Bills versus the Chiefs. The Bills' defense last time around was phenomenal. They did an excellent job, but that D-line was bad. Like, when you think about the scheme and how well coached they were, it was excellent. but they were horrible up front. I know Ed Oliver, who I'm going with. You didn't have Milano, you didn't have Phillips next to you, but you played really bad. You need to do a better job, because if you front four can limit that run game, you will win it. So I need to see Ed Oliver and company do a better job this time around.
It's a good answer, Brandon. I like Ed Oliver. I like any man that still rides a horse, as Ed Oliver does when he's back home at Houston. But I'm going with a man whose name has not been mentioned much this year, hasn't played much this year.
Disturbing.
You are
Punch it
100% right. You're the other one. It's like, oh, Pittsburgh Steelers, home of biotech hubs. That's it's like, we're gonna play like biotech. Okay. My answer was worrisome. Here's why. I'll give you a little quick story. Anthony Bourdain, rest in peace, wrote a great book, Kitchen Confidential. He said, hey, when you go to a restaurant and you go to the bathroom and the bathroom is a mess, the restaurant